In our Sunrise Smart Star breaking updates overnight, 2 people are in critical condition and another is seriously injured following a head-on crash in Henrietta last night.
We've got video and images from that area along East River Road. It's all clear, back open, but as you see, emergency teams were on the scene for hours. Deputies got the call around 6:30. There was a driver and a passenger going northbound who crossed the center line and hit a vehicle going southbound head-on. The investigation is still ongoing. No word yet on any charges or tickets that might be filed.
One woman is recovering this morning after she got hit by an RTS bus at the end of a police chase in Rochester. That happened Tuesday morning at Clifford and Hudson Avenues. Troopers say they tried to stop David Robinson for traffic violations, but he took off, eventually hitting the bus. The impact led to the bus hitting the woman near the intersection, trapping her underneath. She was pulled out and was conscious at the scene. Police describe her injuries as serious and got her to the hospital. The bus driver has minor injuries. Robinson was arrested at the scene and taken to the hospital.
6:48, your Sunrise traffic. Before we get to James for a bigger picture of what we're dealing with today, that's the view from our Greater Rock Sky Eye. Supposed to be showing you the High Falls area with heavy fog. And of note, James, you were looking at the departure arrival board too at the Rock Airport. Several delays and cancellations too.
See that some of those come in. Yeah, fog is one of the main reasons why we see that. They'd rather drive through snow than they would fog.
Oh yeah, or like different storms. We'll have the turbulence, but can't see.
Yeah, that's right. So takeoffs and landings can be difficult, and you see that visibility is down across almost the entire region. It's going to be tough to find a spot where you don't have fog around, and then you've got light rain on top of it. The good news here is that temperatures are generally 33 or 34 degrees, so that's preventing from a lot of ice that we have in the forecast for you. Still going to be a possibility, especially though along Lake Ontario. We'll take a look at the 8-day at the end of the show.
All right, thank you, James. Back to our news. Students in Penfield say traffic jams are all too common when they're going to high school each day, and they're worried about their safety and the conditions they have to deal with.
And Anna Turley lives less than a mile away from campus. She says 5 Mile Line Road gets so backed up, it takes her more than 30 minutes to get to campus most days. Our News 8 crew spent just about an hour outside the high school, and in that time, we saw 3 different cars run the light while it was red. Drivers were also going well over the posted 30 miles per hour speed limit. That's why Turley started a petition for the county DOT to add a left turn arrow at the intersection of Wayland and 5 Mile Line. She also suggests other improvements.
They could maybe add some more crosswalks too, so it would be safe for people commuting, because there's Charles Finney near here, there's St. Joe's, there's the high school, there's Cobbles. So there are a lot of students throughout the day who are walking to different destinations.
In a statement to News 8, Penfield Town Supervisor Kevin Berry agrees walker and driver safety should be a priority, and the town is reviewing potential steps to make these areas safer. County leaders also met with students about these concerns back in November. You can find the online petition at rochesterfirst.com.
People around Rochester and the U.S. are grieving the loss of Reverend Jesse Jackson, one of the pioneers of the civil rights movement and a former candidate for president. He died yesterday morning at the age of 84. In his younger years, he stood right there shoulder to shoulder with Dr. King and worked relentlessly for decades to make marginalized people of all backgrounds feel and be seen. He came to Rochester several times throughout his life, including during his run for president in '88. The head of the United Christian Leadership Ministry remembers Jackson from his earlier days and recalls his last conversation with him. That was during the unrest here in the city surrounding the killing of Daniel Prude in 2020.
He would point out, I am somebody. I may not have any food on my table, but I'm somebody. I may not have any shoes on my feet, but I'm somebody. I may not have any clothes on my back, but I'm somebody. I'm God's child. Jesse was actually anticipating coming to Rochester, and he had touched bases with the mayor about some sweet potato pie, which she indicated she'd make if he did actually come. But his health did not allow him to follow through on a number of things that he desired to do.
As part of our interview with Dr. Dwight Fowler, who says although he knew Jackson was ill, the news of his passing still brings immense sadness, and he will choose to remember the charismatic leader's smile, humor, and genuine devotion to all.
Investigators in Arizona say DNA recovered from gloves found near Nancy Guthrie's home does not match any DNA profiles already in the FBI's National Criminal Database. One of the most promising leads in the case is the backpack the suspect was seen carrying in the doorbell camera video on the night in which Guthrie was abducted. The Ozark Trail backpack is sold exclusively at Walmart. They're working with the retailer to try to identify the individual who purchased the backpack.
That might be the only piece of evidence that shows up that can put 2 and 2 together. It could be very significant.
The FBI is also looking into guns purchased around Tucson. Facebook parent company Meta says it's offered authorities any assistance as the search for Guthrie drags on.
Latest storylines coming out of Italy. It's a big day coming up on the mountains. Michaela Schifrin will go for gold in the slalom. And in Milan, the U.S. men's hockey team will take on Sweden. That's a quarterfinal matchup. It was a disappointing night in the bronze medal competition in the women's speed skating team pursuit Tuesday. USA came in 4th. 2 team members, Brittany Bow, Mia Magnello, won bronze together in 2018. And after this race, the skaters said it's all about sharing the ice together, win, lose, or draw. The men's team were favorites for gold. They came away with silver. The Blade Angels took the ice as well for the women's short program, the figure skating event. Alyssa Liu, Amber Glenn, Isabeau Levito are hoping to end the 20-year medal drought for women's figure skating. As it stands now, Liu is in 3rd, Levito in 8th, Glenn a disappointing 13th. They'll be skating to go for gold in the free skate tomorrow. Glenn and Liu won gold in the team skating event. Levito's making her Olympic debut, by the way, at just 18. She comes from New Jersey. Her mother was born in Milan, and her grandmother still lives there. On the slopes, Rock native and Olympic gold medalist Chris Lillis has to wait a bit longer to try to go for another gold. The prelims for the aerial skiing competition yesterday got postponed. There was too much snow on the jump. Now the prelims and finals will both be run tomorrow. Qualifying starts at 5 in the morning. The current medal count, Norway still in the lead with 31. The host nation in 2nd with 24. And Team USA trailing in 3rd with 6 gold, 10 silver, and 5 bronze.
It's opening night for Wicked, finally making its long-anticipated return to RBTL. Yesterday, we captured some of the setup. Crews unloaded 10 trailer trucks full of equipment for the production. The Broadway blockbuster will be in town for 2 weeks, and in celebration, downtown will be lit up as the Emerald City. I don't even know what that would look like.
Green.
Yes, but like, really, Brennan? Green?
The green lights, yeah.
Yeah, it's the goal.
Maybe it's like the witch's face up in the clouds or in the fog. Put that out.
Like that.
The Batman stuff.
Yeah.
See,
Yeah.
let's get creative with this.
Yeah. Yeah, Mother Nature doing her part.
I know, I was like, can we even see it downtown? Yeah.
I just went outside. It is unpleasant out there.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's nasty. It's 33 in rain. And then you've got fog on top of that.
Feels like a blanket's
Go
just on
see
you.
for yourself. It is not nice out there, and I usually like all weather.
Yeah.
Okay. It could be even freezing rain if that number drops even cooler. Clouds around tomorrow, more rain Friday, but the 40s in rain, a little bit nicer there. Then we turn cooler by the weekend, flakes flying Sunday and into Monday.
We got your podcast coming your way. Second Cup of Sunrise, that's 9 o'clock on the Rochester First streaming app, and the live link, as always, on the top of our homepage, rochesterfirst.com.
Wow, no teases today about what you're going to talk about. It's going to be a good one. All I'm saying is watch Second Cup.
We got to figure it out first.
Oh, okay. Well, while they do that, thank you so much for watching us, guys. Our next update's in 30 minutes. CBS Morning's up next.
Follow News 8 wherever you are on rochesterfirst.com, Facebook, X, and on our app for news and weather. Get the Rochester First streaming app today for everything you love from News 8 On Demand, plus exclusive shows you won't see anywhere else. Search ROC and download for free on Roku, Amazon Fire, and Apple TV.